Good morning. I just want to kind of do something a little different today, and I want to share just a little experience. We had our rummage sale this week, and so I'm kind of standing in the midst of the leftover stuff. I want to show you. Let me turn the camera. There we go. So we have boxes, and some of them are full of stuff, and then we've got these bags over here, and we've got another table. We've got a little bit of furniture back there you can see. We just kind of got stuff. That's what it looks like at this point. It's just stuff. We've got a couple of baby items over here. I think there's a bag of toys. Move a little slowly. This room had the bake sale. There's an exercise bike down there and a chair in the doorway. And there's the truck for Toledo Gospel Rescue Mission because they will take everything. But I want to tell you a little bit more about the stuff. Somebody asked me yesterday if I felt like the rummage sale was a success. And I grinned and I said, yes, of course I think it was a success. Now, mind you, I have no idea how much money we made, so don't ask me, because right now I really don't care. See, to me, that's not the point. I must have said half a dozen times, it's all about God's radical love. If we get to be part of shedding or sharing or being mustard seeds that expressed God's radical love, it was a score. Now on Wednesday, when we were still setting up and before we had even opened the doors, somebody came to drop some stuff off and ended up looking and finding an outfit. And this person's eyes lit up like it was absolute Christmas, and she ended up wearing it out of here. But she felt special. We had a mom that came one day and just needing a break, just to get, as a mom, we kind of need those moments. And she came here and she was just wandering around. We got to talking. Several of us talked with her. She ended up bringing stuff back to go to Toledo Gospel Rescue Mission. I think she even told a couple of people to come and check it out. We had people coming in here and they came from all walks of life. I think one of my favorite stories, though, is there's this cute little dress that had hung up all week. It was a little girl's dance dress. And I kept wondering. And finally this woman came walking in the room. She had picked it up. And I was like, I was wondering who was going to get it. Turns out she was buying it for her granddaughter. Now imagine that little girl's face when she saw this pretty little dance dress that she got to act like a princess in. She was going to know that her grandmother loved her and she was going to feel so precious. That's where God's radical love in day-to-day life, it reminds us that we are loved and that we are precious. Now, what I showed you before is boxes of stuff, right? I want to show you it in a different way. See, in those bags, that's clothes. And this stuff is going down to Toledo Gospel Rescue Mission, and they will sell it in their mall. Which means maybe there's dress clothes in there that somebody might be able to put on and wear to a job interview, or a funeral, or a family wedding, or just something that'll make them feel like they're special and precious. There's an Afghan over here. Maybe it'll be something that makes someone feel warm and comfortable. Maybe it'll be wrapped around someone and they'll know prayers and compassion. There are bed frames. Maybe they'll go to people who otherwise are sleeping on the floor. I don't know. There's a fire truck here. Can you imagine a little boy's eyes when he sees that and he feels like he hung and set the world? Where he feels precious. Christmas decorations that'll go. Maybe it'll just be a first Christmas for somebody. Maybe it'll remind them of grandma. Cups, just plain old box of coffee mugs. Maybe they'll be shared. Maybe it'll be a live conversation. Two people will sit and they'll talk about the difficulties and they'll feel like someone listens. There'll be compassion and kindness. Maybe someone will offer a little bit of kindness and decorate someone's home. Maybe there'll be someone who needs some business. Maybe there'll be someone who loses weight. Maybe, but these boxes to me are full of maybes and potential and possibilities, mustard seeds of how God is going to touch lives. As much as this room, which is now pretty empty, was completely full of mustard seeds and possibilities for God to use. All of the stuff that's still left has all of those mustard seeds and possibilities. What are the mustard seeds that God has planted in you? What are the mustard seeds that God is just waiting to nurture and to use for the greater good, to share God's radical love? How is God putting you in the right places this week to make someone else feel precious and loved? May God use your life the way God will use these things to be a blessing of God's radical love. Amen.